Alright, and welcome to another episode of Catholic Chapter House Video. I am your host, David Gilbert, and as usual, I am excited to talk to you today about our topic. And our topic today is clarity in silence. When was the last time you took several minutes out of your day to be in silence? It's in silence that we get to hear God's voice. We get to hear God. And today we're just inundated with noise. You know, the devil doesn't care if you talk to him, Satan. The devil cares, though, if you talk to God. You know, we're inundated with, movies, television, radio, the internet, video games, and our smartphones, which I think is making us dumb, but that's another episode. But even in our prayer life, when was the last time we prayed to God and we were just silent, just listened? A lot of the times, I know even for myself, the tendency to, just talk and talk and talk, and God doesn't even get a word in. So silence. Silence where we could hear God. But there's also clarity in silence. Helps us to understand who we are, what we are, and where we are going. Clarity lets us to say no to things that don't really matter, and yes to the things that do matter. A lot of the times we say we're so busy, but are we really that busy? Are we really that busy? Or do we just have a hard time saying no? No to the trivial things. Whether it's no out of, to please people, guilt, pressure. So we have a hard time saying no. And, when we have that silence, when we have that clarity, then we have that purpose. So do you go for the bag of chips because you're hungry and that will give you some pleasure? Or do you say no because you have that clarity that you want to be healthy so you could play with your grandchildren? Or you have the clarity to, instead of reading the news, you read the Bible. We seek joy, which is sustaining. But more often than not, we seek pleasure, which is fleeting, and unsustainable. And, we chase the joy of God our whole lives. And many of us don't even know it. And that's why a lot of the saints, some of the greatest saints, were also the greatest sinners. Because they were seeking that joy of God, but they were looking in all the wrong places. And when they found the joy of God, they were on fire. Look at Mary Magdalene, St. Augustine, even St. Ignatius of Loyola. And the list goes on and on. Some of the greatest sinners became the greatest saints because they were searching for that joy of God. And when they did, oh boy, watch out. So we all have this hole that we need to fill. And are we filling that hole with pleasure, which doesn't fill that hole? Or do we fill that hole, which is so big that it could only be filled with the joy of God? So there's clarity in silence. Anyways, please pray for me. I'll be praying for you. And remember, prepare yourself spiritually, be bold, trust in the Lord, and take action. God bless you all. Bye-bye.